Welcome to HOMAG Newsflash, everyone. Today, coming to you from the beautiful Black Forest. And as you can tell, we have an amazing view, which is very fitting because that's exactly what we would like to do today. For one, we are going to look back upon the year 2022, but also we will be looking forward towards the future. And we are going to do so with my two interview guests of the day. I look forward to CEO of the HOMAG Group, Dr. Daniel Schmitt, and also to meeting with one of the managing directors of WEINMNANN, Josef Zerle. To kick it off, here comes Dr. Schmitt.
Dr. Schmidt, welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Schmidt, you have now been on the board of management for a year, and this past year in particular has been a very turbulent one. What were the greatest challenges for you, and what might you say went particularly well for you?
Ja, Sie sagen es richtig. Mein erstes Jahr.
Yes, that's right. My first year, and of course a very exciting year for me. I've experienced a lot in the last year at HOMAG. I was very happy that I could be a part of it. The challenges certainly continued to be the COVID crisis, which was not yet over in many countries, especially in China. Then there were the material supply bottlenecks that we had, the terrible war in Ukraine, which also affected us very strongly. We were all the more pleased that customers once again placed their trust in us at a record level, that we have a good business and will also have a good business in the future.
So a great appreciation of the customers. What were your personal highlights when you look back? You touched on a few difficult points, but of course there were also plenty of positive events. What were the highlights for you?
If you are new to a company, you meet lots of people you didn't know before, both on the customer side but also internally, and that was very nice. I have seen so much positive spirit, a lot of motivation in the team, many customers who are also satisfied with us and whose businesses are also going well. And those were actually the personal highlights for me, the many new and also motivating encounters.
You've mentioned your customers again. The past year was of course not only a turbulent one for HOMAG, but also for its customers. What were the biggest challenges you faced in that respect?
I think the customers had the same challenges that we had. There were still lockdowns in some places, the broken supply chains, and the high material cost increases that we all had to deal with. We have tried to be as close as possible to our customers, to offer our services everywhere in the world so that we can ensure that our customers can continue to produce and be successful.
I'm sure you're happy to hear that. When we look ahead from 2022, Dr. Schmidt, and look to the future, what can we look forward to above all, or what are the areas at HOMAG that should perhaps grow in particular?
As part of the strategy, we have determined that there are areas where we want to become more involved. Timber house construction, driven by the mega trend of sustainability, is a topic that is already going very well, where we are now seeing a really high level of momentum and where we want to continue to be very involved. Service is a matter close to my heart, being close to the customer everywhere in the world, and to be able to help immediately in the event of problems, ensuring that problems don't arise in the first place. This is a great challenge for us, but also a clear goal. And then we have the topics of digitization and automation, which are increasingly coming to the fore, where we also want to continue to develop very strongly.
So there's plenty to be getting on with.
We have a lot planned, yes.
You also have a lot planned if we look now perhaps very specifically at next year, at 2023. What can we expect? What should we be prepared for?
Next year's big highlight will certainly be LIGNA. The last time it was live was in 2019, now finally live again. We are very much looking forward to LIGNA. We have some very interesting topics planned. I won't tell you any more today.
Okay.
And I hope, of course, that our customers will also see it that way and attend in large numbers so that we can once again have very good, intensive discussions.
Da sind wir aber gespannt. Und
How exciting! And another exciting topic for the future is the shop floor site. A new and very large logistics centre is being built there. We were allowed to take a look around the construction site. What can you tell us about it and why build such a large centre?
Da ein so großes Zentrum zu bauen.
Ja, generell hatten wir
In general, we had an investment backlog at HOMAG, so we've launched a new investment program where we are investing in many locations, but also in Shopflock in particular. We had already started up the East Hall this year, also at the Shopflock site. Now, the logistics centre is being built, a very important milestone for us. We currently have our spare parts, our production parts, spread over several centres in the Black Forest. This is very inefficient. With the new logistics centre, we will create a clean flow of materials into our production to supply our customers with spare parts much faster and more efficiently.
So here too, a very positive forecast and once again optimised.
Yes.
Dr. Schmidt, finally, perhaps the most important question. What are you most looking forward to when you look to the future?
The last year has given me a lot of energy through the many good meetings, and I would like to continue this. I still haven't managed to get to all of our sites. There are still a lot of important customers I have yet to get to know. I hope to travel to China again someday. I have a tight itinerary plan next year, and I look forward to many good meetings.
We are looking forward to it with you. We wish you every success and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Many thanks.
Thank you. All the best.
See you soon.
And it is time for me to make my way to my second interview partner. Josef Zerle from WEINMNANN is already waiting. In the meantime, we have prepared some pictures for you. What else has been going on at HOMAG in 2022? A lot, I can tell you. Check it out.
Unsere Lösung, unser Production Manager.
Unsere Drilltech V310.
Ich wünsche Ihnen viel Spaß und Erfolg mit Woodstore 8. Heute geht es um den Wood Commander 5.
Heute geht es um die CenterTech N510.
Ich stehe an einem der Highlights auf der Holzhandwerk.
Auf dem HOMAG-Treff war wirklich viel los.
WEINMNANN-Treff 2022. Die Holzbauwelt trifft sich auf der Schwäbischen Alb.
Mr. Zerle, I'm very happy to see you at this beautiful place in the Black Forest. I'm assuming it's no coincidence that we're meeting right here.
No, not at all. At this location, we can see where the material for building timber houses comes from, namely the Black Forest. This is where Holland firs grow, which are the firs that used to be used in shipbuilding in Holland. Because it was precisely from the Black Forest that these long, straight pole timbers came. Here, we see how that wood can be used in this mountain hut. And that's just something that's fascinating.
Definitely. And this is what we are talking about today, as you have already announced. And we have already learned something again. We are not only happy about this wonderfully beautiful place, but there is also a lot to celebrate. When we look back at the year 2022 at WEINMNANN, there was a lot to do. Lots of orders, a very high demand from customers. What were the highlights of 2022 for you?
The highlights for me this year were, first of all, to see and actually be part of an upheaval, a disruption of an industry, namely the construction industry. We were able to play our part in shaping this upheaval with our customers. Personal highlights for me are all our employees at WEINMNANN who have achieved incredible things this year. The second highlight is our customers who work in the construction trade with passion and vision.
There are lots of things that you can look back on very happily and contentedly. And you have now also mentioned your partnerships with partner companies. I think it's very nice at WEINMNANN that you see the customers as partners in the same way. Why is this basic feeling towards customers and this mindset so important to you at WEINMNANN?
We are convinced that we can only work with customers on a partnership basis and at eye level. We are all in a state of upheaval, which means we have to shape the upheaval together. And partnership starts at the very beginning, when we first work with our customers to examine their business models. A tradecraft business that wants to make the succession plan for his son. How can we support them? How can we support an industrial company to grow in the next 5 to 10 years, to develop new business areas?
So it's very important to you to accompany your customers and partners sustainably. That brings us to the topic of the future. If we look ahead, then the one essential focus is that of sustainability, which is becoming ever more important. What can you tell us about it? What significance does it have for WEINMNANN? And what should your partners know about the topic of sustainability at WEINMNANN?
Sustainability is based on 2 pillars, namely the economy pillar and the ecology pillar. So if we can operate sustainably, operate profitably, and our customers can operate sustainably and profitably, the first goal has already been achieved. The second pillar is ecology, which means that what we produce, what we manufacture, what our customers produce, must be ecologically clean. If we bring both together, and that is what timber house construction does, it brings economy, i.e. scalable construction, industrial construction, in order to make affordable living space, in combination with the most beautiful, and by that, we also mean the most modern material in the world, namely wood.
You have given us quite a few reasons why wood will continue to be an important material. How do you see the future of timber construction in general? What is your forecast for the future of the industry?
The future is positive because we are working with a material that enables us to prefabricate semi-industrially or industrially and at the same time store CO2. Another reason to think positively is that we need affordable housing for people. And we can do that through the technology of prefabricated elements and modules and houses, even in multi-story construction. We are at the beginning of an evolutionary wave where building will move to a new level, and we are absolutely convinced of this.
So, we are very, very positive and very optimistic about the future, not only here in Germany at WEINMNANN, but internationally. These are great prospects.
Absolutely, and that's why we're looking forward to it. Above all, because in the entire HOMAG WEINMNANN family, we are able to make our contribution in order to represent this goal of the future for our children and our children's children.
Mr. Zerle, thank you very much for these insights. Until this time next year at the latest.
Absolutely.
And we'll see how it's developed.
I'm looking forward to it too. Thank you very much.
See you soon.
So there we have it. Wood is not only the oldest, but at the same time the most modern material. So it comes as no surprise at all that the woodwork industry is constantly growing. And along with it, we are also growing, together with you, with our partners and customers. So thank you so much for putting all this trust in us and for staying interested. That's it for today for our special of this HOMAG Newsflash, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care, everyone.